It's Saturday morning at 10 a.m., so you know what that means. It's time for What's Up, Ocala? With tens of thousands of viewers every month on our YouTube channel and millions so far on TikTok, we are joined by our host, local owner, and broker of Great Expectations Realty, Andrea Praber.
Good morning and welcome to What's Up, Ocala. I'm your host, Andrea Praber, and here with me today is my very good friend, Lex. Lex, tell everybody who you are and where you work.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Like she said, my name is Lex Peak, and I am with Pulte Homes out at Marion Ranch in the southwest area of Ocala.
That is awesome. So Marion Ranch, we're in southwest Ocala. That's where everything is being built. Everything is coming. There's even a school coming in.
Absolutely.
Right?
There's a new elementary school
yeah.
right across the street from Marion.
I still don't think is there a name yet? I haven't seen the name yet.
I have not seen it. Still work in progress.
Okay. All right. So Pulte Homes, we have not seen them really much in Ocala yet, sort of, kind of. They've had a history. What's the history with Pulte Homes? What's the deal?
Of course, I appreciate you asking. So if you're not familiar with us, we've been around for 70 years. I think most people in the Marion County area would be familiar with Del Webb Communities, the 55 up. Mm-hmm. That is part of Pulte Homes. So we are so excited to come into the Marion County and Ocala area and offer communities that aren't just 55 up, but ones that are available with luxury amenities that anybody could come into and live in, that provide the same wonderful construction standards that we live by with Del Webb.
Okay. So you've been a sales agent with them for quite a bit, and you were over in that community first, right?
Yes, I was.
Okay. And then they've just kind of pulled you up and transported you over.
They have.
Yeah.
They have. So I've had a great opportunity to see the way that they build their homes over there, and I'm really, really thankful to say that being over at Marion Ranch, it's the same thing that we get to see. We've been around for 70 years, and they're tried and true, and they know exactly what they're doing. They build a good home.
I was over there, last week?
Yeah, last week.
After the days blend together these days, I swear. So I was over there last week. It was beautiful. It was breathtaking. The model homes, obviously, some of that might be your decorators, but no, I think they're just absolutely gorgeous.
The decorations are all me.
Oh, it was you. Okay.
Oh, no, of course not. No, we have fantastic designers. I think you had the opportunity to sit in our Bloomfield modeled home, and just recently won a couple of awards at the MCBAI Parade of Homes.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Took home 3 different awards for that, and
It really is.
It is a beautiful 4-bedroom, 3-bath, and it has that available dining room and a flex. So everybody has been a big fan of that so far.
It kind of threw me because, it doesn't look like that big of a house. It looks, very similar to, something that you would see maybe in a 3-2. And then it just kind of keeps going and going and going. It's like, oh, okay, there's another bathroom. Oh, okay. It was just really, really interesting how it was just kind of all tucked away and it still had that open feel. It's very clever design.
Yeah, no, and it's something that we've definitely concentrated on as far as having a consumer-driven home. Mm-hmm. The responses that we got from our customers in the past is that they love the open floor plan and they love the space that's in the middle, but everybody has different needs for their family.
Right.
So the bedrooms is something that we're definitely looking at, and then also storage space, having more than enough for you and your family to live your life in.
Yes, there was plenty of storage. I loved that. So you have Pulte Homes, and you have 2 homes that are model homes right now.
Yes.
Okay. And then there is some other houses over there. So you guys are kind of right next to another builder.
We are. It's actually been a wonderful experience because, some people are looking for certain types of homes, and we, have the opportunity to build block construction stucco homes that stand the test of time, and then also any of the weather that Florida wants to, toss our way. I'm born and raised here, so we've seen a little bit of everything.
Yes. Definitely. So you have, and there is quite a bit of construction going on.
There is quite a bit of activity.
Oh my goodness. There are just hundreds and hundreds of houses being built over there by various builders, mainly the larger builders for our area. So we've got Lennar over there, D.R. Horton, I believe Adams
is over there as well.
I think there's some from Reed Homes as well across the street. So, and then of course Pulte.
Yes.
So we have a little bit of everything going on over there. So what are some of the deals going on as of now? Obviously, they call up next week. Who knows what's going on at that point? But for right now, today, people that are watching and listening, what's going on?
So I think if you go onto our website and kind of see the available homes that we have right now, we are offering up to $20,000 worth of incentives. And so if anybody's not familiar with the home building process or buying a quick move-in home, these incentives are discounts that we can put either towards closing cost or some of the customization options that we actually have in our homes. We have 3 different tiers of design options that we have for a total of 9 different customization packages that we could put in our home. So you can utilize that really to the best of your ability and what's going to save you the most money and make it an affordable process to get into a new home.
Okay, so let's say somebody is, well, first off, what is your website? So what is the Pulte Home
So
website?
if you go to, what I would recommend is Google search Pulte Homes Marion Ranch, but you can go to pultehomes.com and kind of go through there and look in the Ocala market. It's one of the only ones that you're going to be seeing in the area.
Okay, so now we got past that. So what would you suggest? If somebody is not familiar with purchasing a new construction, a spec home, like what can they expect? Like timeline and the process. Just lay it out for us.
Absolutely. So we have 2 different options when you're wanting to go this route. We have quick move-in homes that are perfect for a home buyer that's wanting to get into a new home as soon as possible. Maybe they're relocating from a different state and they have a timeline that they're trying to meet. These are homes that our designers have gone through, and the packages that have worked in the past for our customers that they were raving about, we've tried to recreate some of those scenarios so that new homeowners can get in quickly. Now, if you're wanting to select a lot and you want to construct a new build, typically we're about 7 months out at the moment right now. Everything kind of fluctuates a little bit with availability. But right now we're at about 7 months, and you could come in. Really, it's a very, very easy process. Take a look at the lots and the models and the type of home that you're interested in. We can have a discovery, conversation where we can learn a lot more about what your goals are as far as what you're trying to build. But from there, it is a 7-month process of building a home, several check-in points where you meet your construction manager, you deal with the designer, and you're going through multiple checkpoints just to make sure that your home's being built to your satisfaction and, the code that we want to make sure that we provide and the level of satisfaction.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, for Marion Ranch, I mean, we got the houses figured out, concrete block, great layouts. But what about the actual amenities that they've got going on? Because they just started construction, or they're just starting construction and all that?
Yeah, we opened about a month and a half ago, and we are breaking ground on our amenity center. And so really what we're focusing with at Marion Ranch is providing a community that has luxury level amenities, kind of a resort pool setting, clubhouse, workout facilities with a fitness room, walking paths that go throughout the community. It's something that we found in Southwest Ocala, that there are plenty of communities that with beautiful homes that are going into it, but we really wanted to provide something a little bit different and a little bit more of an upper echelon as far as being able to experience and enjoy Ocala.
It almost sounds like some of the amenities you'd find in a 55-plus community.
It is, but it's also geared. I think it's just got a nice, bright revamp to it. Yeah. So we're really excited. We're looking to complete that in July of 2025.
Okay.
And we'll continue to build homes and find, potential home buyers and put them in beforehand.
So all of that stuff is all going to be ready for next summer. So I'll be going to your pool party next summer.
You will find me there. I'm hoping that they'll let me work from there.
That'd be great, wouldn't it?
Yeah, in a perfect world.
Definitely consider that. Like, just sit by the pool and, laptop, Wi-Fi, it's everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's great. Okay, so what is all of that going to cost as far as HOA? And I believe you had told me there's CDD there, yes?
There is a CDD fee that's involved. And so really typically what you see on an annual charge is that CDD amount, and that's going to fluctuate anywhere from around $1,000 to $1,100 a year. But I always like to talk about it. I think it's important from a month-to-month standpoint what you're seeing at the end of the bill at the month. Right. And typically you're seeing about $175 a month that is included with the HOA and CDD when you look at all that.
Got it. Now, is the CDD forever? Some people are, there's some confusion out there as to what exactly is a CDD, or sometimes it just varies. So could you just explain that a little bit for them?
So I know that as far as the CDD that we have, they're taking care of the development, a lot of the front entryway and any of the foliage that's going throughout the community as well as roadways. So there is going to be an initial amount that we're going to go put towards the closing cost. That's probably around $900, depending on what the homes are, on the lot sizes and those kind of things. And then from there, you will see your annual tax CDD amount that comes up, and that's where we were right around that, $900 to $1,100.
And that's per year?
Yes, per year, annually.
Okay, and is that forever, or does that ever drop off?
So that's going to continue for 30 years.
Okay, got you. So, I mean, could they go ahead and pay that right when they're purchasing the house, or would you recommend they just keep it on there?
They could absolutely do that, but the one thing that I do want to point out is, like, what are the goals of the home buyer coming in? If they're going to be around, if they're going to be in the home for 10 years, 12 years, 15 years going on, then yeah, I think that could make sense to pay that off. But if you have plans of reselling in the future and you're unsure of what's going to be coming up, it's something where it would probably make sense for you to make those monthly payments rather than paying it for somebody else down the road.
That makes sense. That makes total sense.
I always want to try and save people money.
Okay, so the HOA fee, of course, you have the amenity center and you have, the common area maintenance and stuff like that. Does it cover anything else, or is that's it?
That's also going to cover the mail delivery that comes to the property. It's also going to be your garbage pickup that's going to be coming to the or right to the end of the driveway, so you're not having to go dump that anywhere else.
Right. Yeah, got it. What about the utilities? There's always the question, because there's a lot of remote workers now that have to have amazing internet. So that is one of the questions that we get asked probably the most, is what are the utility services, and what kind of service can they expect?
And I'm actually really glad you mentioned that, because I forgot to throw this onto our HOA piece. It also comes with 1 gig of fiber internet. Okay. So anybody that's coming and working remotely, they're not going to have to worry about upload speeds or download speeds. And that's fast. I'm used to the slow stuff in downtown Ocala. It's amazing the speeds that we can get out there.
Yeah. So, okay. So I guess I was confused on that. So is it a gig max and then they have to
So if you're thinking about like storage on cloud in reference to speed,
about a mile away from this subdivision, maybe a mile as the crow flies, about a mile or two. Anyway, in one of the older it sounds so weird to say older subdivisions because I don't consider it old, but it is now.
There's so much stuff going on in the area.
Yeah. So in my subdivision, we have, it's like I don't know what it is. They've changed the name a few times. But we, on our service, can only use a certain amount of internet, and then all of a sudden we just start having really super slow uploads and downloads, and they're like, you have overused the system, so you are now throttled back to whatever, and then it's like dial-up. It's just so bad.
Oh, okay. So this is different than that.
When you say 1 gig, is that their use? Because I was like,
that's different. So if you are familiar with like internet speeds, like what that used to be very fast was 300 to 500 megabytes per second.
Right.
This is 1 gig per second. So this is twice as fast as 500 gigabytes per second or megabytes per second, and unlimited usage as well. So that's upload and download. It's I don't want to be a nerd, but they told me about it, and I was like, I wish I had that.
Beautiful. That is beautiful.
It's incredible.
Yeah. So that is not our experience like at all over ours. So, but I mean, okay, to be fair, I do use a lot of internet. I'd say that's okay. I think that's the age that we're in. We're in a digital age, and that's
something that we focus with Marion Ranch building these homes. We want them to be smart homes.
Right.
We want them to be highly efficient, but more so for your everyday life. We want video doorbells. We want the interactive AC, control station. We want to have everything to be able to get linked up to that, to have the smart lights and everything.
And we got to have the Jetsons. This is the time, right?
That's what we're trying to get into. We're trying to move Ocala along.
Yes. Don't have the flying car yet, but we've got some pretty fancy things that you can put in those houses. So that's awesome. All right. So what makes Pulte so much different or so much better? You got to say better, because you work there. You have to think it's better.
You got to be careful with the words that you use there. I can tell you what Pulte? I am so proud of to work for Pulte. I think that the materials that we use and the construction standards that we live by is above par than what Marion County typically sees. I think that when they're building their homes, the insights that they put into it, into the way that they're doing it, that they're gearing it completely towards a consumer and trying to make everyday life a little bit better, stand behind one of the absolute best warranties that is in the industry. We call it a 1, 2, 5 year and a 10-year warranty, but that's a 1-year fit and finish up to a 10-year warranty that covers everything with structural. So we have a team of individuals and I've experienced this in multiple neighborhoods where we sit proudly behind our product, and more so, we want our customers to be so happy after they get into their new home. So for the first year on the fit and finish that we do, we recommend, and we will even come by with our construction managers 5 or 10 days before that 1-year mark comes up and look through your home and say, hey, is there anything that is bothering you that could make your life a little bit better? And we'll jump in and fix it.
Yeah, tell us now, because in 5 days, you're out of warranty.
The opportunities. So we want to catch those. We want to make sure that we leave everybody smiling and excited about such a huge journey and step that they take in life.
Right.
And that warranty program is fantastic.
That is awesome. All right. Anything else?
No. I want to thank you for having me on. Number one, it's been such a blast.
Yeah, it really was.
If you guys have any questions whatsoever, again, my name is Lex Peak out at Marion Ranch, and we also have Lindsay out there as well. We'd be more than happy to meet with you guys, show you around, show you what we're so excited about here in Marion County.
Awesome. Thanks so much. Thanks for coming in.
All right. Thank you.
All right, everyone. We are going to take a quick break. And when we come back, we're going to talk about the sales and numbers and stats for this week here in Marion County as far as residential real estate and some fun things that you can do this weekend in Ocala. Be right back.
At Great Expectations Realty, we believe that you should expect more from your real estate experience. When you hire a realtor to sell your home, you should expect experienced advice on staging your home, professional photography, aerial photos, virtual video tours, and a national presence online to advertise your home to the largest pool of buyers. Your realtor should communicate from start to finish, and always remember this is your home. You are in the driver's seat. We believe that if you aren't happy with our efforts, you should be able to fire us. We don't have cancellation fees, and our sellers never pay transaction fees either. Call Great Expectations Realty at 352-817-9160 or go online to greatexpectationsrealty.com to get your free analysis of your home's market price. Great Expectations Realty. Expect more from real estate.
All right, welcome back from the break. Okay, we have these stats for this week. Now keep in mind, this is for the last 7 days here in Marion County. This is residential real estate only. And what have we got going on? Interesting numbers this week. New listings, we had 280 new listings hit the market in the last 7 days. Price increases, 46. Okay, that's a good number until you look at price decreases, 432. Folks, 432 price decreases. You are setting your houses up too high on the market. Come back down to reality, okay? Come back down. Back on the market, we had 90, sold 283. So people are buying houses, 283. That is nearly 300 houses in the last 7 days have been sold in Marion County. But I bet you they were priced correctly. All right, expired, we had 50, leased 0, pending 239. People are definitely buying, folks. They are buying houses right and left. So make sure that your house is one of them. Talk to a real estate professional about listing your home and finding out the price, the accurate price of what it will sell for based on the current market. Temporarily off the market, we have 34, withdrawn 4, and canceled straight out. I think I will keep my house. I do not need to sell it at that price or those terms ever. Canceled, we have 59. Interesting stuff going on. Interesting stuff going on in Marion County this week. The market is definitely interesting. People are definitely buying, but they want to set their price and they will not accept a higher price for the home than what they're willing to pay. And that's definitely being shown in these prices. So really interesting. It's going to be interesting to see what happens going forward. I know everyone always asks me, what do you think is going to happen with the market? What do you think is going to happen with the interest rates? And of course, I do not have a crystal ball, nor do I foretell the future. So I am not for sure. Nobody knows. I definitely did not see COVID and all of that happening before, so who knows? But I do think it will be interesting to see what happens with the market come November. I think there will be a lot of changes. A lot of stuff is going to happen. Whether it's going to be good or bad for you, that's a question mark. That is definitely a question mark out there right now. But we will see changes come the end of this year. Now, is that going to go into effect immediately? Is the market really going to change immediately? I think it will. I think people are going to have a very different outlook. Necessarily, is it going to happen immediately? I think the outlook will change. Will the numbers and so forth change? I think that's probably going to go more into 2025. But quite frankly, we're already more than halfway through the year. People are already looking at Halloween. And as soon as they look at Halloween, then they look at Christmas and all of that stuff. So we're already looking towards that time of year. So, all right, well, what can you do? What stuff is going on in Ocala this weekend? Of course, we have the first Saturday of the month. And the first Saturday of the month means that you can go over to the Appleton Museum of Art and you can enjoy free First Saturday, which is fantastic. There's lots of activities and, of course, the exhibits and additional guest speakers and so forth that's there on the first Saturday of every month. So if you're looking for something fun to do in the air conditioning, that would be a great thing to do. Something else that you can do not in the air conditioning is, of course, over at Brown's Farm on 301 over in Oxford. They actually have the Junk in the Trunk. I love that name. That's just awesome. But they have Junk in the Trunk. And normally there is hundreds of different vendors out there. People just pull in with their truck, their U-Haul, their car, whatever, and set up some tables, and that is their spot. It's about the size of a car, and they just pull out whatever garage sale items or whatever Scentsy or whatever they're selling, set it all up, and for that first Saturday of the month, that's their store. That's all set up and ready to go. Now, in August, it is hot, so it does end a little bit earlier. It ends, I believe, at 1 instead of 2, but it is very hot outside, so try and get there early. They start setting up at like 6 o'clock in the morning or something like that. And if you're looking to sell some of your items and you don't necessarily want to go and do a garage sale at your house, you could just go ahead and put all that stuff in your trunk, little chair to sit by, maybe one with an umbrella over it or something to keep you in the shade. And you can go ahead and set up your own little spot. It's only like $20 and you don't even have to register in advance. You just show up early in the morning and they're like, you're that spot right there, and away you go. It's really fun. It's almost like, I don't know if you saw those flash mob with the dancing and stuff they had that was really, really popular a few years back, but that's kind of like that, but garage sale style. It's very southern, very Florida right there. But it is a really good time. There's food trucks, and of course you can stop on over to Brown's Market before or after and get you something cool to drink, or just check out what they have to sell as well. But it's really cool. It's just a big open field, and all of a sudden it becomes something completely different. It's great. So stop on out over there. They're going to have that this morning and go on into 1 o'clock. And if you miss this one, that's okay. They have it the first Saturday of every month, and it is actually a really great, wonderful, fun, cool experience in the winter months. There's a lot of stuff that you can do there. Now, what else can you do? Of course, we have the downtown market. The downtown market is under roof for the most of it. So you can go ahead and do that come rain or shine. We've definitely had a lot of crazy weather going on lately, and maybe some more to come soon, but more into that later. But we do have, of course, the downtown market, which allows for all sorts of farmers and for artisans. And it's just a really great, unique spot and a really great time. Of course, you have lots of restaurants and lots of fun stuff to do in downtown Ocala these days. You also have the sprinkler. What do they call that? The sprinklers, the splash pad. Yes, the splash pad. That's it. Over at Citizen Circus, you could definitely stop on over there. Let the kids run wild. You can sit in one of the Adirondack chairs under the shade, under the big oak trees they have there. It's a really beautiful, fun thing to do. Great thing to do after you hang out at the downtown market. Yeah, and just a quick note about the downtown market. One of my favorite local performers is going to be singing down there. Becky Baby is going to be singing live. That starts in, actually, she's already started. It's at 10 a.m. So if you do happen to stroll on down to the downtown market, make sure and listen into some of the fantastic music from Becky Baby. And tell her I said hi over here at WITG. We'd love to say hi to her. She's an absolutely amazing singer. So that, and then of course, if you're going to go downtown, you probably also want to stop at the Marion Theater. They are actually playing Goonies. Yes, I love that movie. It is a classic. You absolutely have to take the kids and go and see that movie. It's great. How can you not enjoy a pirate ship? I mean, it's just got everything. So go ahead and check that out. Or you can check out the drive-in movie theater tonight. Of course, the movies play after it gets dark, which means it's nice and cool already, and it's a great way to spend an evening, and so inexpensive, and they have amazing food. So stop on out there anytime. They're open 7 days a week, so you could definitely go and do that. And last but not least, I did want to remind you that back to school is happening soon, so you can take advantage of the Florida back to school sales tax holiday, which has already started. It started on July 29th, but you have until Sunday, August 11th, so next weekend, to take advantage of the discounts. And in general, it's clothing, footwear, all of that that's priced $100 or less. And then, of course, school supplies like crazy, and they are not taxed. And because of all of those tax-free week that we have going on, they are actually having a lot of back to school sales at a lot of different stores. And even if I know some of you are thinking, I don't have kids that are that age anymore, that is awesome. You can go ahead and get some savings for you. If you need some office supplies or something like that, great time to do it. And since you're there, go ahead and pick up a few extra really low price items that are tax-free and donate them, because there are a lot of different organizations, including Rotary Impact, that are taking school donations so that we can get them to kids that maybe don't have the money to get brand new school supplies. So go ahead and maybe consider doing that. There's plenty of fill the bus kind of type things. If you want to donate some school supplies and you are just not sure where to donate them, and you would really like to, go ahead and bring them to our office. We will make sure that they get to the right place. You can drop them off at Great Expectations Realty at 3201 Southwest 34th Avenue. Medina is in our lobby 9 to 5 Monday through Friday, and she will happily take that and make sure that it gets over to an organization that are doing school supplies and back to school things for the kids. We've already donated quite a few backpacks, so we're hoping that we can get some more school supplies to donate to them, so that no kid has to worry about something as simple as pencils. Let them worry about getting good grades or passing a test or something like that, but definitely not whether or not they're going to have a sharpened pencil to use. All right. Thanks so much for listening, and we will see you again, same time, same place next week. That's Saturday morning at 10 a.m. for What's Up Ocala.
You've been listening to What's Up Ocala? Follow us all week on Andrea Praber's YouTube channel and TikTok. We'll see you next week at 10 a.m. on What's Up Ocala.